Hello, my lovelies. Kalimeda, if I'm pronouncing that right, thank you so much for the first time chat. Welcome in. Hello, Ali. Hello, Lonely Crows. Very impromptu stream. I don't think. Hi, Kat. I don't think I've ever streamed on a Thursday. Hi, Ninja. In. Ever. But, I didn't know what else to do today. I didn't have a very good morning. I'm still a little bit sensitive, but, so I didn't really feel like getting any, like, thumbnail work for YouTube done. So I thought, oh, well, I could finish the hands off, but if I'm finishing the hands off, I might as well stream it. It doesn't cost me any extra effort, not to me anyway, or, like, money or time or anything to stream while I'm doing this. So I thought, may as well. It's not the right pronunciation of my name, you can pick whatever sounds better. Oh, okay, okay, thank you for letting me know. But yeah, so I just figured, if I'm gonna work on these, might as well stream. There probably will be more frequent streams while I'm working on making these dolls, which, for those who this is the first stream, usually I stream digital art, so like screen sharing, sometimes games, but I am working on making some dolls at the moment and sculpting, and so while I'm doing that, I have some hand cam, webcam stuff, and I really want to get them done quickly because one, I know me, and long projects don't work, hi Christian, very well for me. Like if a project ends up taking like months and months, or even like a year, like I'll get bored of it. Sounds bad, but it just yeah, basically. So I need to try and finish them off quickly and try and work on them, you know, at least a few days a week, because if I take a big break from working on them and then try and go back to them, I just will not be I'll have lost all interest. And I want to make these now because I've started them, so I'd like to see them through to the end. And also because a couple of them are gifts. So, yeah. The idea is, so obviously I'm making one of Wally, darling, from Welcome Home for myself. I am making 2 of me and 2 of Julia, fellow streamer, mod, and partner, in order as like an anniversary present. Which is coming up soon, 11 days. Obviously I'm not going to get them done in 11 days, I've said like, look, because I've had so much on and I haven't managed to. Also, it's going to be a long process making them. I'm like, look, they're going to be a little bit late, but that's why I gotta get them done. And we're doing a lot of new stuff, because I've sculpted before, but I've never made dolls before. Hi, Frost. And I've made clothes and doll clothes before, but not made doll clothes for a long time. Not for like 10 years. And it's so we'll see. And I've never done like wig making before, or like working with like Western stuff, so this will be my first time. I'm not gonna straight up make a wig, I'm just gonna glue it straight on. I am a Welcome Home fan. I can show you Wally's current state. Compared to like one of the ones of me. You see, Wally don't get any eyebrows. He doesn't deserve them. But speaking of Welcome Home, because there's something I wanted to bring up for anyone in the fandom, always just aware of me talking about it, because I have talked about it a lot. I will finish my Welcome Home OC. I mean, he's drawn, I just haven't coloured him in. But what we're working on today is making the little hands for all of them. So these are palms, but I need fingers adding them. We gotta talk about Welcome Home. Now, I was not following Welcome Home before Nightmind made his video. I've been subscribed to Nightmind for like 6 or 7 years, it's been a long time. And I love watching his content. So, even if the art in the thumbnail hadn't caught my eye, I would have watched the video anyway, because I watch like every video he uploads. But I was not aware of the project before the Nightmind video, as a lot of people weren't, or some people have become aware post Nightmind, even if they haven't watched Nightmind's video, because it was very much just like this little artist and his OCs, and then Nightmind made a video to his 600,000 subscribers on YouTube, and isn't Welcome Home an ARG? We'll touch on that in a second. So, the thing is, so Nightmind made that video, calling Welcome Home an ARG. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure if he called it an ARG. Nightmind just normally makes videos on ARGs, so I don't remember if Nightmind actually called it an ARG, or if just his fans assumed and started applying that word to it. So that happened. And then either people found Welcome Home either because of watching the Nightmind video, or some other YouTubers like Insider Mind and other big YouTubers have made videos following Nightmind's video to jump on the hype train. Or because of people who've seen these videos suddenly making a lot of content, and maybe your first exposure was like seeing fan-made content or edits on TikTok. It's been 3 weeks, I think, since Nightmare made this video, and we gotta have a serious talk, because the creator's not doing okay. Everyone, you know, who's gone into Welcome Home very much is thinking of it as an ARG. It was not meant to be an ARG. So, Clown, who is the creator of Welcome Home, Clown uses he, they pronouns. Clown didn't even know what an ARG was until people started coming to them after the Nightmind video. It is their own personal art project that they are making for comfort. Like, these are their little comfort characters, right? And suddenly it got a whole lot, Hi Valentine, suddenly got a whole lot of attention, but it was not meant to be an ARG, it's just this personal project of this artist posting about their OCs. And it's only got a lot of attention, and of course Clown is, like, not ungrateful. And it took a little while for Clown to respond, because obviously they're overwhelmed, but they laid out on their Tumblr a list of, like, here's their boundaries and what they are comfortable with people doing. And they made this post a week or two ago about how they're fine with people, I'm gonna make some little fingers. They're fine with people making OCs, and they're fine with people shipping your own Welcome OC with any of the canon characters, or shipping any of the canon characters with each other. They're fine with people making, like, edits, like video edits on TikTok with any of Clown's official art in them. And yeah. But what they stated from the beginning, what they are not okay with, they don't want people making Not Safe for Work art. These are their, like, comfort characters. The best way that I can describe it, as someone who obviously I'm a Not Safe for Work creator, but... And I wouldn't mind if people made Not Safe for Work art of a lot of the characters, you know, my original characters. However, if someone made, like, Not Safe for Work art of Mercutio, which for those who know is a little frog, picture, like, the Build-A-Bear frog, right? The character's not a minor, and I'm not a minor, but I still wouldn't want Not Safe for Work art of him. That's my little comfort boy. It's like someone making Not Safe for Work art of, like, your childhood stuffed animal. No. And people have... And the thing is, Clown didn't even say you can't make it. They just said, please don't post it publicly, right? And then after that, they also made a post on merchandising. They haven't got around to making any official merchandise yet, because they never expected that would be a thing that people would want. But obviously they have asked people to not sell anything or make money off anything to do with Welcome Home. You know, you're welcome to make things for yourself. And they've even said, you know, if you're someone who, like, makes plushies and someone commissions you for, like, a one-off Wally plush, they've even said, like, that's an exception, that would be okay. But other than that, no. And so, one, people have been making and posting publicly not safe for work content, both art and fanfics. And some people have even, there's one tweet that a lot of people are sharing around where someone has said, I'm gonna make not safe for work Wally art, even though the creator said that they didn't want to, but don't worry, I'm not gonna post it online, I'm just gonna keep it for my eyes only. You may say, Prince, what's wrong with that? Like, Clown said it's fine to make not safe for work art as long as they don't post it publicly, and this person's saying that they're not going to post it publicly. Yeah, but if you're not going to post it publicly, why even talk about it? Why even mention? Like, by mentioning that you are going to make not safe for work of art of the characters, but you're just going to keep it private, instantly that's going to make people, like, it feels like you're still, like, advertising, like, Clown doesn't want to know that you're making not safe for work art. Like, keep that information to yourself. By posting, like, I'm gonna make not safe for work art, but obviously I'm not gonna post it because Clown doesn't want me to. I feel like what you're doing is, like, hoping that people will be like, hey, can you DM me the art that you drew? I really want to see it, you know? Like, I don't understand what is, and so many people are complaining, like, I want to draw not safe for work art. Like, why? And, like, I'm someone who makes not safe for work content, right? And I like me some not safe for work art. But, like, and I've not drawn much not safe for work art, but I've drawn some not safe for work art in my time. But I've never felt like I need to draw not safe for work art of this thing, and if I don't, I'm gonna feel oppressed or maligned or hurt in some way. Like, what? What are all these artists, and they're mostly on Twitter, who are, like, getting upset that they can't draw porn of these characters? Why? It's not like a human need. It's not like drinking water. Why do you need to? So obviously Clown's upset about that. And then, regarding the no merchandise thing, people have been selling... Some people have seen some, like, fan art on Etsy being sold. And then there's Redbubble, which I knew, okay? I knew this was gonna happen, because it always happens. Redbubble is the land of stolen official art, and by what I mean by stolen official art is whenever something comes out, there will be people on Redbubble who just take, like, official movie posters and screenshots from movies and sell them on Redbubble. Like, not even stolen fan art, just literally, like, stolen official art. And so, yeah, I mean, as of when I was looking on Redbubble last night, I was scrolling through after searching Welcome Home just to see, and there are multiple pieces of Clown's official art being sold on Redbubble on t-shirts, and multiple pieces of fan art. And you may think, instinctually, wow, the fandom's gross, and these fans who have made fan art, how can they be a proper fan if they're selling their art on Redbubble? And I just want to say, as someone who has made art for a long time and been selling art for a long time and have my art stolen and both reposted and sold by other people in every conceivable way. It's not fans on Redbubble. I don't know if you'd call them trolls, I don't know what you would call them. They're not fans of Welcome Home. Like, instinctually when you scroll through and you see, like, oh my god, there's Welcome Home fan art on Redbubble, it's stolen fan art. The fan art that is currently for sale for Welcome Home on Redbubble, because I looked at all of it, is all being sold by the same one account that is selling both official Welcome Home art and fan art of Welcome Home. This person is not the artist behind any of that fan art. And all the rest of their Redbubble profile is, like, photographs of, like, actors and, like, celebrities with, like, the name of the celebrity written underneath on t-shirts. Like, that's their entire thing. Like, there's a photo of Brendan Fraser, and then underneath it says Brendan Fraser. Like, that's 99% of all the stuff that they have. But then randomly they've got, like, these few Welcome Home items. And I guarantee it's not because they're a Welcome Home fan. I guarantee that it's just that they've noted, there's just, like, some greedy little guy who has noticed that this thing called Welcome Home is popular and has gone on Google Images and googled Welcome Home and picked the first few images that popped up and slapped them on some t-shirts to sell on Redbubble to make a quick buck. Like, I do not believe that that person on Redbubble is at all a fan of Welcome Home. That's not to say that there aren't some fans who are doing bad behavior, but like the fucking culture of Redbubble, like, I don't think that person at all is a fan. But there are still people who are obviously claiming to be fans who are disrespecting Clown's boundaries by like making the not safe for work content and either posting it publicly or at least saying, I'm going to keep it private, but I'm going to tell people about it publicly. So that's two things. Third thing, people have been impersonating Clown, making fake accounts. Clown has an official Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. That's it. They are on this live streaming platform that I can't remember the name of. Is it Pictoro? And they have a Ko-fi. That's it. They don't have a TikTok. If you see anyone on TikTok claiming to be Clown, it is not Clown. But there's especially been a lot of fake Instagram accounts impersonating Clown, claiming to be Clown. And then thing number 4, people have been sharing old, like, photos that I don't know if they've scrolled, like, all the way back into Clown's Tumblr or what. That show parts of, like, Clown's bedroom and house. And for those unaware, Clown is in a not safe living situation. They are not out of the closet in their living situation. They are very much not safe to be out, but also very potentially not safe regardless. I do not know the details, I'm not going to speculate. This is just what they've said on their own Ko-fi. Their Ko-fi goal was to get them out of their living situation because it's not safe. And for them to be able to move out from assumedly living with their parents. And, like, Clown gave people permission to use and repost Welcome Home art, you know, in order to make, like, edits and stuff. But what they didn't explicitly say anyone could do is, like, take the photographs of, like, their, you know, like, behind-the-scenes photographs and photos that they shared that show kind of quite a bit of their house and their bedroom. Now, and I know there's a point made of, like, well, if they didn't want those photos looked at too much, they shouldn't have posted them online. They didn't expect that they were suddenly going to blow up like this. I do think you have to be careful online, and if you know that you don't live in a safe living situation, don't take photos of your house or, like, outside your bedroom window or anything that is close to where you live. I do not do that. But Clown's also been upset because people have been taking these photos that show quite a bit of the inside of Clown's house and reposting them. And they never gave permission for people to repost any of their photos. They just said you can use the official Welcome Home art. And it's made Clown feel really unsafe. See, I saw straight up claims of people saying Clown's been doxxed, and I thought, oh my god, they've been doxxed? But I think that is incorrect. People are using the word doxxed incorrectly. As far as I can tell, because Clown made a post talking about this and venting about it, and then deleted it. All Clown said is that people have been taking these photos that show the inside of their house and reposting them online to places where Clown didn't want them, and it's making them feel unsafe and worried that someone who knows them in real life could see these photos now that they've been widespread, and recognize that that is Clown's bedroom, and now Clown will have been forcibly outed. And you may say that's a really unlikely... Yeah, and this one, yeah. It's like people looking at the backgrounds of, like, of, like, pictures of Clown sculptures that they've been making for... Clown's in some sort of education at the moment, I think, like, doing art at university or something. I'm not exactly sure, but I think some of the sculptures they've been making that aren't for Welcome Home, they've kind of mentioned teachers, I think, in class. But yeah, people have been analysing, like, details in the background of these photos and trying to work out where he lives, and that's really fucking fucked. To say that he's been doxxed, I don't think is correct, because as far as I'm aware, no one has actually said Clown's location. I haven't even seen anyone saying for sure they've worked out what country he lives in. So, using the word... And Clown didn't use the word doxxed, it's just other fans I've seen using the word doxxed. I don't think the word doxxed is correct to use, because as far as I'm aware, his address has not been found or, like, leaked publicly. So it's not doxing, but it's still really fucked up behavior. So Clown made, like, a whole vent post about it on Tumblr yesterday, and then deleted it because they felt embarrassed, and they've made a couple posts since, saying, like, they're not gonna give up on making Welcome Home because it is a comfort project, but they are still uncomfortable, and they are taking a hiatus, so I don't think they're gonna be posting on social media. They have since posted on their Ko-fi, like, some more work in progress artwork and stuff, so if you want to support them, you can still support them on Ko-fi. But, like, I don't... Has fandom just got worse? I haven't fucking seen this happen, but, like, don't get me wrong, every fandom has, like, toxic characters and stuff. But, like, this isn't, like, a big team making a video game or something. This is one person and their OCs suddenly being treated the same way that, like, the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is. And, like... You can't... Like, this is just one person who was just trying to make OCs online. And it's just disgusting the way that they've been treated, and the way their boundaries have been crossed. Like, it's really not hard. Clown could have very easily said, I don't want anyone reposting my art, I don't want anyone making OCs, I don't want anyone doing it, and instead they allowed so much. And you guys still, you know... And of course, it's a minority of the fandom that's acting bad and ruining it for everyone else. But that doesn't matter, it's enough to really fuck up Clown's mental health. And this was meant to be fun for them, and it's not fun anymore. It breaks my heart, man. Clown hasn't said that anyone has to stop creating, you know, regular Welcome Home content, you know, that they said they were fine with, but it just looks like they're just gonna take a break from socials and stuff, and I don't blame them. I hope they take care of themselves. They reached their Ko-fi goal, so I really hope that they're able to move out, because they did 100% complete their Ko-fi goal, which is hopefully, like, one good thing that can come out of all of this, is I hope that they are able to move out into a more safe living environment. But, like, Jesus Christ. Like, Julie said, have you seen what's happened with Clown to me last night? And I was like, what? And I'd heard maybe some people were making not safe for work content, and she's like, oh no, it's worse than that. I'm like, oh, it's worse than that? That's already really bad, though. Like, it's just one person who was just trying to make content about their OCs. You can't treat this so... And again, Clown also saying in that vent post, it's not an ARG. It was never meant to be an ARG. They'd never heard the term ARG before. It was just meant to be a fun little website. That, yeah, sure, has, like, these hidden links and interactive elements, but it was never meant to be something that, like, a crowd of people were gonna gather around and solve, and, like, have a whole, like... You know, like, a lot of big ARGs end up with entire, like, Reddit, subreddits, or Discord servers for people who are, like, couple things. For people who are, like, really, really wanting to, I feel like I made the fingers too much longer on one hand than on the other. I don't want to pull them all off. I think I could chop them. And just try and round them off again. I lost my train of thought because I was focusing on the little fingers. Oh, I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know the last thing what I said. Sorry. It's just so disrespectful. But, oh right, yeah, it was never meant to be an OG. Clown just wanted to be able to write this little story and not suddenly have, like, hundreds of people DMing them being like, is this part of the game? And it's like, what game? It was just meant to be like a little story for fun. Yeah, I really shouldn't have chopped the ends off. I can't re-sculpt him like this. I have to pull him off. But well done, internet. Look how quickly you broke this poor Walters. Only took 3 weeks. I mean, what the fuck? That's my rant over. It's just like... I don't know. I mean, Clown said people can carry on, you know, well, Clown said, like, in regards to anything, just, you know, the pin post hasn't changed in terms of what they're allowing, but I'm still like, is it appropriate to keep making Welcome Home content now? Like, I had stuff in the works. Like, just, like, fan art things. And obviously, I'm making a doll of Wally, and I don't really want to stop, but I'm like, maybe I just shouldn't share photos of it. I don't know. I don't know what is and isn't appropriate now. Shit. I dropped a finger on the floor. Oh no. Sorry if that rant made anyone uncomfortable. I just feel like because a lot of you, especially those who are in my Discord, are aware that I've been making like a Welcome Home OC and stuff. And I know some other people in my Discord have been, then I'm like, look, I just wanted to let everyone in. I mean, I don't know how much Clown wants their vent post sharing because they have deleted it and then said that they were like kind of embarrassed about making it. So I don't know if they want people sharing that anymore and what they, you know, and anything they said in it. They've made 2 Tumblr posts since basically saying that they are taking a hiatus. I mean, the last Tumblr post they said was that, like, I forget how they phrased it. I can always go on their Tumblr and check. But essentially that is it not clownillustrates.tumblr.com? I guess I'll just have to go on their website. And then get the Tumblr link from there. Oh, because it's Party Coffee on duh. So they deleted the big vent post they made on Tumblr and what they've said since. Yeah, they deleted that post because they felt embarrassed about it, which they shouldn't be. They should not all feel embarrassed. There's no need for them to feel embarrassed. But they don't want to stop Welcome Home. The last thing they said on Tumblr was they're not going to be on... They said I'm not going to be on here for a while. I don't know if they mean Tumblr or social media in general. They've posted Ko-fi since, which has triggered tweets, but they haven't actively been on Twitter. They just have it set up that automatically when they make a post on Ko-fi, it automatically also shares that, like, makes a tweet saying, I've got a new post on Ko-fi. Also says, please do not reprimand others on my behalf. I know the intentions, but it is not worth your anger and time. I think focus on being kind to others instead, having fun with you and yours. I will figure it out, do not worry. Additionally, my post was not to set new boundaries on my work. What has happened, you know? It was just writing, everything is the same as it is displayed in my pinned post. Which to me at the end means that they're still okay with people making, at least for now, that everything is the same as displayed on my pinned post. And in their pinned post, it has the Welcome Home fan work guide and the Welcome Home merchandise guide. And that still says everything it did before, that they're fine with OCs and fan art and stuff. Just don't make it not safe for work. So from that, like, Clown hasn't said, you know, if you're making safe work content, please stop. Just that he himself is taking a break. So I don't know. And I think a lot of the time in fandom, when you do get bad actors like these, one, sometimes they're not actually fans and not actually part of the fandom, it is just trolls. And sometimes, honestly, some of the people acting the most toxic, quote-unquote, or like, are minors who, like, I don't want to say don't know any better, because a lot of the time it's like, no, come on, even a 13-year-old should know, like, not to cross some of these boundaries. Like, come on. I'm not just gonna take the exception that, like, not all of them don't know any better. Like, some of these people are, like, 13, 15. You're telling me at 15 that you don't know how to read? You know? That's not an excuse for the not safe for work artists on Twitter, because those guys aren't minors and they're still like, but I want to draw the well, you can, just don't post it. Why do you feel the need not only to make not safe for work art of this thing, but also it's that they want to be able to post it? Why? The only reason why you would desperately really want to post your art of Welcome Home is for clout. It's because Welcome Home is popular and trending at the moment, and you want in to ride the coattails of somebody else's success. I think that thing is way too long. Like, how about instead you work on making your own OCs, and you can draw the porn you want of them, rather than just bank off somebody else's work. I'm not saying that all fan art is just banking off someone else's work, but it's like, when the creator has said don't do it, what motivation do you have to do it anyway, other than wanting to get, like, likes and followers? Like, I'm still gonna keep making the Wally doll. I'd like to still oh my god. I'd like to still finish my Welcome Home OC, but what I had also done, which I might not post now, is I had made some, like, I want to start posting my voice acting stuff on TikTok, but, like, and, like, as YouTube shorts. So I've recorded maybe about 7 like 1-minute long audios that I was gonna post, and they're not gonna be on Patreon. They're not gonna be monetized in any way. I mean, they might be. I mean, I think if I post YouTube shorts, I think they are automatically monetized or something, just because my channel is. But in terms of, like, I'm not gonna put them on Patreon. But I'd recorded a couple of Wally just to put on TikTok, you know, not to, like, put on Patreon and make any money off. But I'm like, and they aren't not safe for work. They are not safe for work audios anyway. I would not at all make not safe for work audios of Wally. But now I'm like, maybe I shouldn't post them at all, just because there is not safe for work content on my account, which there won't be if on my TikTok. I would never put not safe for work stuff on TikTok. I know plenty of other people do, but no. No, there's too many kids on there. But I don't know. I don't know now if I should post the Wally audios. Even though they're not safe for work, but just because I do make not safe for work content, I'm like, should I not? Like, I don't know if it would make Clown uncomfortable or not. I've never posted to my Divine Piper Prince TikTok, but I've posted on my main TikTok for a long time. It's generally been good for me. Like, when I joined TikTok, I was not in a good place, and was just starting to kind of get a grip on my gender expression and how I wanted to dress and stuff, but was not confident enough to do it. But I decided to get TikTok and post just videos of me, like, putting outfits together and thirst traps. And I know that could have gone really badly, but it found the right side of TikTok, and is the only reason I have, like, any self-confidence in my appearance, is because I started posting videos with my face in to TikTok. So for me it worked very well. and was the first time that I saw a lot of the trans people in one social media, and trans people also like sharing like how they looked, and also like quite a wide range of trans people with different aesthetics and different looks and stuff. So it worked for me. But the corner of TikTok that I hang out with is just like trans people, artists, and cosplayers. And like artist-alley artists. But even then, I mean, TikTok hates cosplayers and never shows me any cosplayers that I actually follow. I have to purposely go up and look at their accounts, and my cosplay videos never reach anyone. Because TikTok says it doesn't shadow ban them, but it does. I mean, Shinoriso, who's like my favorite cosplayer on TikTok, literally was like, she has over 1 million followers now, I think. And she's like, look, when I post a video, look at these videos that I post where I'm not in cosplay, and look at how many views they get. Like, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and then look at the cosplay one and it's got like 400. And you're like, oh, that doesn't feel like that's how many accounts it should reach for someone with 1 million followers. Yeah. But if you tag it with cosplay or anything, I mean, she just barely even tags them with anything anymore. It's just, TikTok's stupid. But I don't know if it's people whose like only social media is TikTok and so they don't really know how to work in fandom culture, because I haven't seen any of this. The shitty behavior I've seen has been like not safe for work artists on Twitter who aren't paying attention, and then people on TikTok who are getting far into it. You know, I haven't seen like anyone on Tumblr being insane. I feel like, I'm not saying that there aren't any, it's just like, that's why I kind of stay on Tumblr. To take away from when we were 17. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't. You know, I mean, 17's not the worst, but I'm like, when an app has like a gender thing, like you can't have an account here unless you're 13, 15, yeah, stick to that. But like, I didn't have any social media until I was like, when did I make Tumblr? When I was 13? But I didn't like interact with people, I just used it to look at art. Like, no one ever talked to me on social media. I did not start trying to have conversations with people and participate in things on social media until I was... I want to say 16. And even then, I never give out like any real information. I'm talking like... I established having a couple Tumblr mutuals and we would like see each other reblog stuff and be like, oh, that's nice. You know, or I had some people who like, I would make like an edit or a piece of art for their fanfic and then they'd say thank you or something. But it's only really now that I actually have like people and stuff. Oh, I don't have the time to, like, explain how TikTok or social media works. I don't know. I pick things up, like, new websites and new apps. I pick them up, like, how they work, how to use them, like, really quickly. And I don't know if that's because I've been on Tumblr since I was 13. I don't know. There's very few apps that I just completely, like, can't use because I hate. But that would be Snapchat. I hate it. I don't understand it. Like, I understand how it works. I'm just like, why would I want to post somewhere where that's going to disappear after a day? If it's going to disappear after a day, like, why would I bother? Like, I'd probably just, like, text it or, like, Discord DM something to a friend if it, like, it wasn't something. And if it's something that's not that important, so it doesn't matter if it disappears after a day, then I just wouldn't fucking post about it. Yeah, I mean, like, thank you for the first time chat with a C, and absolutely. Like, and even before I was someone with somewhat of a following, and I still have, like, a tiny following, right? Like, what's my biggest... on my main TikTok, like my cosplay art TikTok, Empty Masks, I have 25k? Which might sound like a lot, but look, they don't. My videos get like 300 views. Those people did not come to stick around. What happened was, I made like a Poppy Playtime Huggy Wuggy plushie, and I made a little video of it dancing, and it went viral and got like over 1 million views, and then a bunch of mostly children, decided to follow me, and I couldn't block them all fast enough, because in like a week suddenly I gained 15k followers, and I was like, oh, I don't want this, no! If I already didn't have a lot of content on that account, I would have just deleted and restarted. So I don't really count that. So in terms of like, where people actually follow me properly, I think YouTube's at 4.7k? That's not a big following. And yeah, I still wouldn't be like lackadaisical with what I put. I mean, even before the Vampire Prince, when I just had like, when I was just posting art online. It is not that hard to find someone online if they are putting information out there. You may think, oh yeah, I can like show the outside of my bedroom window. No one's gonna recognize it. Someone will. Google Street View exists. Don't wear stuff with like the school logo that you go to on it in a selfie or a video. Don't show the town that you live in. I don't show anywhere that I currently am. Like, if I go to London on a trip, I will not like post photos and say that I'm in London until I'm back home, and then I'll be like, yeah, I went to London. I would never publicly like say what hotel I'm in, even like, especially because I tend to use the same hotels when I go different places, so I would never, even once I get back home, be like, this is the hotel, here's a picture of the hotel. Like, no, I wouldn't even post photos from inside the hotel rooms, because with chain hotels you can tell like what, you know, you could recognize what chain hotel is. Like, no. Like, places have been found, like... Frost, you should really have a window, bud. Like, you need daylight. It's not just like the view out the window. Maybe that also mentioned, like, they went to Leicester last week and only took 2 hours to travel. They mentioned no fire station that time. They mentioned exactly. Like, if there's some creep that is wanting to find you, you really gotta be careful. And depending what you do online, you can, you know, definitely, like, sometimes you are limited by how careful you can be. Depending, like, if you're, like, running a business online and stuff. But just, like, be as careful as you can with what you're doing. You know? And I know sometimes it might be tempting, like, but I want to show my followers that I had a nice day out on the town. Yeah, but if it's your hometown where you live, just don't. Your followers don't need to see. They really don't. Oh, that finger came out longer. Some of this stream's been letting me rant about a lot of stuff. It's just like... There's no need to tell anyone online where you live. Like, there's no need to tell your followers where you live. Like, as broad as I would, like, the narrowest I would go is, like, the country that you live in. And even then, if it's a small country and you know that, you know... Just be careful. One of my city trashes, the amount of caution she has to take when she's in a city for a longer period of time and plays unbelievable. Honestly. And you may be like, well, what, you know, and of course, like, the fact that it's not okay to post that stuff, yeah, it's more the fault of the creeps who are going to misuse that information, but that's the world we in. The world's a scary place. Look after yourself. mean, it's alright to talk about yourself online, just like, don't... Just be careful. Like, you talk about your, like, your hobbies and shit, you know? Just be careful. The stream's been very ranty. I do apologize. I think I've been a bit worked up lately. We do normally have kind of more a chiller, cozy time over here. Unless something's happened where I'm like, you know, me ranting about how EA's treat American McGee yesterday. I won't be streaming for a super long time today. But I think we have enough time to get all the hands done. If I can get all the hands done, I'll be so happy. Because these little bastards take so long. Because... Sorry that you can see this horrible awkward angle of my face sometimes, like... I don't mind. It's just a horrible angle. I forget sometimes the webcam's there and I'm like, oopsie. I've got a hood up at the moment. You'll never see me. I'm in my ghost hoodie at the moment with the bat wings. I love this hoodie so much. But because... Not long stream because I need to make sure that I have dinner not too late. Because... we're having a little watch party movie night in my Discord tonight. 8 PM British summertime. Tonight I'm gonna stream Spies Are Forever. It's a musical. It's about spies. Once you've seen the musical, you'll understand why I keep saying that every time. It's impossible for me not to. So if you are a member of my Discord and you want to come along the way we do watch parties, all mics are muted, we just type so that everyone can hear what is going on. And if you're like, oh, that sounds interesting, my Discord is Patreon exclusive. That's not to be exclusionary towards anybody, it's just by two things. I've had the Discord for way longer than I've had Twitch, and I made it before I ever thought I would have Twitch and a community that would want to be in a Discord, and two, by having it Patreon exclusive, it ensures that everyone in there is over 18. Because, yeah, no. Not having anyone under 18 in there. Why did I just make a thumb? I need to make fingers. I forgot that what I just did was make a thumb. Did I just make two hands that go the same way around? God! Dang it. I just made... well, okay. These ones will have to go with. And yeah, I can't just flip them over because I stick the fingers closer to one side. I should line these up better so you can actually see them. Hang on. Ah! Hands. Please. Have a little row of them. There they are. My army. I'm still listening to Toho music, fan-made jazz arrangements. Which one are we matching? Whoa! Don't squish them. But yeah, for anyone who's coming at the moment, I'm using whose first sculpting stream this is. I'm using polymer clay, which is a clay that you bake in the oven. So until these things get baked, they will be squishy forever. So I gotta be real careful to not accidentally squish them too badly before they get their chance to be baked, and then they will go rock hard. So I need to make sure that I have dinner before the watch party. And then while we do the watch party, because I will have to screen share, because, yes, Discord has the activity feature, which I love, and it does have YouTube as an option. However, what I've experienced with Julia a lot of the time is when I use the YouTube activity to stream something for us two, I don't get any ads, but she gets constant ads, and then she ends up way behind. Like, we're not at the same point in the video then anymore. Like, I'm watching, she has to pause behind a minute of ads, and then she's permanently a minute behind me. So, I will instead just be having to straight up just screen share a YouTube, like, internet browser tab. So I won't be able to do much on my PC while that's happening, so I might be sculpting, because I won't be able to, like, draw on my PC while doing that easily. My first print stream at all? Well, we're very happy to have you here. Thank you for stopping by. I don't know if you've come from following me on other socials, or if you just found me via Twitch, but whichever way you found me, we're very happy that you're here. Sorry that it's been a very ranty stream. Oh, you did come from Patreon Discord. Okay, cool. So you know what? You're aware of my... It makes it easier. I always get embarrassed when people like, no, you know what's up, yeah. When people go like, no, you have a YouTube, and then I'm like, oh no, I have to explain the YouTube. I don't rant angrily on every stream. Oh no, Ali. Ali keeps commissioning art of her Toon from Toontown, and now I'm like, I kind of want to commission art of it too. But, I'll say then also for anyone whose first time it is, I don't really have a schedule at the moment. Yeah, so Toontown is an MMORPG. It was made by Disney. It ran from 2003 until 2013. I played it as a kid back in like 2003. And then Disney closed it down, as they do with all good things. But there are a few different fan projects that have kept the game alive, so you can still play it. The first one being Toontown Rewritten, which I don't play, but Toontown Rewritten has been up a lot longer than the version that I do play. Toontown Rewritten is more like true to the original game. And then there's Toontown Corporate Clash, which is what me and Ali play, which, instead of just sticking true to the original game, they have also made their own original extra worlds and characters, and like changed up the battle system a little bit and stuff, added in like new weapons and stats and stuff. So yeah, it's been like a nice way for me to go back to a game that I played a lot as a kid, but didn't play as much as I wanted, because back in the day when it was Disney who ran it, you had to pay for a subscription to be able to play. And we couldn't afford to pay for multiple subscriptions, so me and my siblings shared the same account. You can have different toons, like profile, kind of like profiles on like a Nintendo Switch, right? You can have different toons under the same account, but only one person can play on that account at a time. So I just did the same thing again. I made a duplicate of that. Fuck! Just made another left hand. But and yeah, my sibling like played it all the time, so I barely got to go on. And I couldn't just make my own account because I was like 6, I didn't have pocket money. My parents just agreed to pay for the one account because my mum also played it. I just did the same thing again. Can I please just put the thumb on the other side, for God's sake? There we go. Pulled everything off to put it back on and then did the exact same thing again. My goodness. Yeah, I never got into Club Penguin. But think more like a typical MMO, like it's 3D, it's not just little 2D penguins on a screen. It's a full 3D, like, environment. Where you, like, play as a little Disney toon character of an animal of your choosing, and you have to help save Toontown by going around and doing tasks and defeating the evil cogs, which are robots, but like capitalist robots, and it's really like an anti-capitalism game, and it's like, wow, Disney made this. But yeah, it's been really nice to get back into. Oh, that's sweet, Ellie. I think a lot of people either just play Rewritten or play Rewritten and Corporate Clash. I just really like Corporate Clash because I like their, like, I feel like there's more to do because of all the original content and the extra characters and the new characters that they've made. And also it means that, like, I'm not getting, like, there's new things to explore. It's not just like, oh, this is the same thing I did as a kid. Which, as a kid, I never, like, maxed out all of my gags or anything when I played as a kid, because I didn't get to play often enough. Yeah, see, yeah, the Club Penguin ones, the same thing happened with Club Penguin. Fans tried to keep it alive by making their own. But the problem with a lot of the Club Penguin fan projects is, so the Toontown fan projects are only able to stay alive because they make no money. They cannot monetize it. One, they can't monetize them in any way. They have to be completely free. So, like, props to the fans who run these games and keep putting out new content, because they can't get paid at all to run and manage this MMO. And two, they can't keep any of the Disney property. So, like, originally in Toontown, the original Disney one, Mickey would be in Toontown Central, and Minnie would be in the Melody Land, and Donald would be in the Boatyard, and you could physically see and interact with them. But in the fan-made one, Mickey and Minnie aren't there anymore. They aren't there anymore, there's no pictures of them, their 3D models aren't there. Like, they can't keep the Disney name and branding, and they had to rename everything, so, like, Daisy's Garden is... that was a bad example, I don't know what the garden's called now. But, like, Donald's Dock is now called, like, the, like, Barnacle Boatyard or something. Goofy's Speedway is just called The Speedway. Minnie's Melody Land is now called Mezzo Melody Land. So all, like, the Disney copyrighted names have been taken out of it, and they can't monetize it in any way. Whereas Club Penguin, I don't know why Disney were more against that. I mean, the thing is, a lot of the Club Penguin fan projects ended up being, like, kind of toxic behind the scenes, and there was a lot of, like, fighting between different Club Penguin group, like, fan projects, and some of them had, like... I think some of them were being made and run by minors, which probably didn't help, and then some of them were, like... not very secure in terms of, like, you know, when you are running a website or a game which is having people make accounts with passwords, you gotta have, like, good security so that not just anyone can hack it. I'm pretty sure one of the Club Penguin ones just had a complete data breach because they just weren't storing the passwords behind, like, any kind of protection. There's a whole video, I don't know, yeah. Quite a few of the big Club Penguin ones were, like, not safe and very not safe for kids to be in, whereas at least, like, the Toontown ones, they still have the same kind of chat filtering that Disney did, so, like, you can't swear in them, like, it straight up blocks certain words. It also, like, blocks, like, it won't let you say a word if it's a typo, because it just has a set, you know, dictionary of words that you're allowed to say. I haven't seen any, like, crap on Toontown. The community, like, seems really wholesome, and there's a lot of the community that just, like, make fan art all the time. It just seems really sweet. Whereas Club Penguin even scared me as a kid. Like, it's not even the new Club Penguin. Like, I'd go on Toontown as a child and I'd feel like, this is safe. And then I made a Club Penguin account and I spent very little time on it because instantly, like, within being on there, people were, like, bullying me, swearing at me, like, there were people in every room, like, shouting, like, and I know, like, you could tell they were swearing even though you couldn't actually swear, or, like, saying, like, slurs and stuff, and it was, like, that was my first experience of Club Penguin. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna use this. I'm just gonna stick to Toontown. There's some video, I don't know if it was Izzy's video. Someone made a video about, like, the different Club Penguin servers and, like, what happened, like, the fan-made Club Penguin projects and how, like, how they all died. And it's like, oh, it's a real mess. It's a real mess. I'm glad that hasn't happened with Toontown. But I mean, if anyone, if me or Ali in any way have convinced anyone to try out Toontown, do let us know, or let me know at least. I'll happily add anyone as a friend on Toontown. Help you out with any tasks you need doing. Just, like, don't go shouting around. Like, there's kids that play Toontown, so, like, don't go being like, oh my god, you're the vampire, you know. There's kids on there. I don't want my socials getting, you know. Twinkly Prince though. My tune's still called kind of a similar kid. I made that too short. The amount of times, like, quite a few of the times when I've been on Toontown and I don't check to see if any friends are online when I join, and then I'm just running around and then I pass a pink gator and I'm like in an aviator suit and I'm like, hang on a minute, and I would go back and I'm like, hi Ali. I just bump into Ali by accident all the time. Even though there's like, I think that's probably gonna happen now that they've kind of changed how they distribute people between districts. But yeah, so me and Ali specifically play Toontown Corporate Clash, not Toontown Rewritten. If anyone wants to check it out and want some help, feel free to let us know. You can't friend someone unless you see them in public. So I can't just tell you what my username is and you search for me. Like, you can only friend someone if you bump into them. But if you see a grey wolf around called Prince Teddy, feel free. But yeah, but don't be like... I will not be posting... If I make any Toontown fan art, which I would like to make art of my toon, I will only be posting it on my Safe for Work accounts. On my regular art accounts, I will not be doing it on the Vampire Prince accounts, because, yeah, it makes sense. Like, they don't want interactions with not Safe for Work accounts. It's just a wholesome little game. Circling back to what we were talking about earlier in stream, not everything has to be made into not Safe for Work art. I know Rule 34 exists, but it's not an actual law. You don't actually have to abide by it. You won't die if a creator says, please don't make porn and post it publicly of my little comfort characters. And also some people have pointed out, like, I'm pretty sure Clown is an adult since they're saying, like, they want to move out and stuff, but, like, it's never actually been stated anyway what Clown's age is. Could you imagine if Clown had been a minor this whole time with the way people have been acting? I don't think they are. I think they're at college. But, like, imagine if this had been, like, someone else whose OCs had suddenly got popular and, like, their age isn't public anywhere. Okay. You might think, oh, you did it! The hand's done. No, not yet. See, what I have to do is add, like, a little bit on the bottom. It's kind of like Mickey Mouse glove-looking thing. Because in order for these dolls to actually be able to be dressable, the hands need to be able to come on and off. And I can't do like, kind of like what Monster High dolls do and such because this isn't plastic. So what I can do and have to do is magnets. So the reason why it has the little wrist thing is that magnets are going to go in there. And I decided to do it by making a little, like, wrist, rather than just trying to shove the magnet directly into the hand, because it's going to squash the hand out of shape. It's just not really going to fit too good. So we're making Mickey Mouse hands. I have a ton of these tiny magnets. And while they are really small, they are actually quite chunky. Like, quite tall. So, I have to make quite a deep little glove cuff for them. But they are pretty strong. Like... it's the Toontown remote. So that's the last step. And then... yes, I'm using the edge of my knife as a rolling pin. I don't have a rolling pin. And I'm not going to take one from the kitchen and put it on clay. It's perfectly fine. Shit. Clay ripped. Again. I haven't drawn, and to be honest, like, even though Ali's like commissioned what, like 3 different pieces of art of her toon, and had it as like her Discord profile pictures, and I'm like, oh, you're making me really want to. But I've only ever commissioned art off people I know before. I haven't commissioned art that many times, I think, just because I can draw, I would rather draw it myself. That's not that- I think absolutely people should commission artists. I just like to do everything myself. I don't know if that's like- I don't know if that's because I just want to be in control of everything. I don't know. But I've commissioned my friend Cam a couple times. Atom Gecko on Instagram. I think that- is that it? Oh, and I've commissioned Aether, duh, for the little... Where's my bubble bob? This. And then I think that's it. So, but like, those are people I already knew. And had talked to a lot of times before, commissioning them. Whereas like the idea of just going up to a stranger and be like, could you draw... Because I'm also like, why don't I just draw it? And I'm like, I know, I just haven't like got round to it. Let me give, since I was showing off bubble prints, let me give Aether a shout out, and then they'll see. Oh no, they won't, because this isn't a Discord shout out. Yes, they'll never know. Oh, and this can test if my shout outs are working or not. Oh, they're working today. No idea why they weren't working yesterday. Oh, it's a foot. Oh my god. Oh no.
Ara. Ara.
Aether.
Ara.
Oh my goodness.
Ara.
Aether's a really talented artist. They make and rig VTube models. Oh goodness.
I
think you nailed it. Well, that's my bobble bop, Papa. If you too would like to be bobbled, you too can become bobbled by commissioning Aether. How many people am I currently subscribed to that also have bubbles? I'm gonna go find them all. Oh, Mimi doesn't have it anymore since they changed their model. Sad times. I think it's just me and crying Chris at the moment. So there's a 2v2. You know what I was thinking to myself earlier the other night? I was like, wouldn't it be funny if like somehow someone extracted their 3D model out of Toontown and used it like a 3D model for VTubing with? I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could manage to somehow get my Toontown model out and have it as like a redeemable model? Oh, I'm glad you've had food, Frost. I need to keep an eye on the time because I say I need to make sure I've eaten. Well, I don't need to make sure I've eaten before the watch party tonight. However, because it's at 8 PM my time, I don't want to eat that late, but I don't want to like forget to eat, get carried away on stream, and then suddenly realize at like 7:45, oh shit, I haven't, oh god, and then be running back and forth to the oven, and yeah. I don't want to be rushing around. But yeah, if anyone wants to join in watching Spies Are Forever, in the stream schedule channel I did put a link to trigger warnings. The link will have spoilers. The trigger warnings I listed are kind of just general ones that kind of don't contain spoilers, and if you want to read on the Just the Dog Die website, feel free. Okay, I need to try and make this the same width. I don't want to make some of them way longer than the others. On the Couple Clash website. So what? I didn't realize. I was like, Ali, I downloaded it. How does it work? You download the thing from the Couple Clash website, but you also have to make an account on the website as well. Confused if it's on Twitch or Discord or both. What? The watch party? It's on Discord. I wouldn't be able to stream something on Twitch without getting my account taken down for copyright. Yeah, it's on Discord. Yeah, you can stream on yeah. You can stream any way you want on Discord. Honey! Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the 3 months. Yeah, so like you can stream like stream on Discord in terms of like if you want to host like a watch party like I do, in terms of like either like sharing your screen, playing a movie or whatever, and then other people can come in and watch the screen share, or whether you want to do it like an actual, you could technically do a whole like VTuber stream on Discord. You can, it's just it's a video chat, but if you're just the only one who's on, you can make it so that you're the only one with your camera on or whatever. I don't know what else I'd refer to it as other than streaming a movie tonight. Like, ooh, I don't know what else. What other word you'd use to describe it? So many hands. We get in there. We get in there. We're onto the little magnet wrist guard portion. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, okay, so if anyone didn't get the ping for the watch party, tonight, which I don't, if anyone's been on the Discord, and you guys don't check all the channels, so if you want to be notified when I stream, like we have like a movie night, or if we're watching like a TV show or musical, whatever it is, within the roles channel on my server, there is a watch party role. So I don't at everyone for it because not everyone wants to take part and get bombarded with those messages. It is simply a role called watch party. You can react to it in the roles channel to get that role. And then you will get a ping every time we do one. The message was posted in the stream schedule channel. And also, even if you didn't, I'm gonna start doing them as, like, events now. So, like, if you're in the Discord, you should have got- everyone should have got a notification saying, like, there's an event happening, react to it if you're interested. Kitty! Hello, hello, hello! Wanted to pop in and say hi before I go work. Pushing the vlog back late. I hope you have a good day. I hope you- I will wave with my tiny hand. Hey, Kitty. I hope you have a good day. Let me give Kitty a shout out. Where's caps lock on? Kitty's very sweet and always gives me a shout out, so.
It's not on it. Because, you know, put, you know,
Kitty's got a celebration stream coming up. I wouldn't miss it. I forgot when it was.
I watched a lot of Drag Race. Listen, there was a story.
Trying to pull the magnet out by magnetizing it to the knife.
Wait, what?
There we
Drag
go.
Race. White stuff? Not fucking that powder. That's stuff that's illegal. That's illegal. I walked right in.
There we go.
I wasn't talking
We're
about
just gonna do that
I was talking about illegal
7 more
stuff.
times. Sweet mix honey. Yes. Any information about it is in the stream schedules channel. For the watch party tonight. With some trigger warnings listed and then further trigger warnings you can find by clicking on the Does the Dog Die link. It does contain spoilers, so that's your choice if you want to look at further, more detailed trigger warnings. It could look scary being like, oh my god, there's violence in this. It's like you're watching a comedy spy movie. There's no blood or gore, but there is like spy shenanigans. Hi Levi! We're getting there. I've got to add the little wrists to another 7. And then we're done. Let's give Levi a tiny hand wave. Also, Levi, it's a certain day today. Where's my phone? Shit! It's a very good question. Hang on! Oh, it's here.